Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Alex Thomas here, back with another video for you guys. Today I will be doing my review for Halloween 2018, directed by David Gordon Green, also written by Danny McBride, which is funny that those two made this movie because I think they're both comedy guys, if I'm not mistaken. But basically this is the 40 years later after the events of 1978, the returning of Jamie Lee Curtis back as Laurie Strode, and obviously this movie is about Michael breaking out of prison again. They wreak havoc on Haddonfield, and Laurie Strode has been waiting for this moment for 40 years, and now she wants to hunt him down and try to take him down after all the trauma she dealt with the first movie, and that's basically what the movie is about. So hope you guys are ready for this. I haven't reviewed this movie at all. I did review Halloween 1978, and I also reviewed Halloween Kills. Also reviewed some other Halloween movies in the past. You can go check those videos out as well. But I wanted to review these two movies because, one, I wanted to re-review 1978, and I didn't review Halloween 2018 when it first came out, or have not reviewed it any time soon. So I figured it'd be the right time to review it, obviously, because Halloween Ends is coming out this week. I will not be reviewing that. I'll probably be reviewing that. I will be out of town actually while shooting this video. I will be out of town, so I won't be able to review it the Thursday or the Friday or Saturday for that matter. That review probably will come out Sunday, so you guys probably be waiting on my review for Halloween Ends. And I don't know what I'm gonna be doing for Nerd Talk. I don't know if I'm gonna be doing a spoiler review for it. We'll see. It really depends on how good the movie is, whether or not I'll be doing a spoiler review on Nerd Talk. So just be ready for that. So like I said, enough around you guys. If you guys enjoy videos like this, if you guys enjoy physical media, watch along, trailer reactions, all that type of stuff, you're in the right place. Please hit that like button, please subscribe for more, and let's get into this review, you guys. Let's get it. Let's go. Like I said, this is Halloween 2018, directed by David Gordon Green, starring Jamie Lee Curtis, Judy Greer. You know, we got some new actors coming into this, and this is basically taking place directly after the first movie. So the idea with the timeline of Halloween, it has like 5 different timelines. Clearly we have the original timeline, which was Halloween 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. And then that's their own timeline. Then we have another timeline with the H2O timeline, where we have Halloween, Halloween 2, Halloween H2O, then Halloween Resurrection, and then now we obviously have the Halloween 3 has its own universe. Then we have the Rob Zombie universe, and now we have this new timeline, which involves Halloween 2018, Halloween Kills, and Halloween Ends. So it's kind of all over the place when it comes to this, but the idea was they wanted to erase the timelines with all the movies and just focus on just the original Halloween, which most of these new reboots are doing now. Obviously they did that with Candyman, and my one gripe with this movie is that they freaking call it Halloween. Like, goodness gracious, why they have to call it the exact same movie? And I understand the Halloween name brings in tickets and ticket sales and people in the seats, but why did they have to call it the same title? Like, that's one gripe I would never get over with these new movies. But overall, let's go ahead and get into the movie. I feel like I'm rambling about that stuff, but getting into the movie, I really like Halloween 2018. I think the more frequent watches I've liked it more and more. The fact that it does take place directly after 1978 kind of gives it more leverage of being a decent movie, because they don't have the baggage that the other movies have, and they also can improve on what those movies did. And like I said, there's a lot of Halloween movies. I think at this point this was like the 11th movie at the time. So I think what they did with this movie is that they didn't have the baggage. Clearly they got Jamie Lee Curtis back as Laurie Strode, which was awesome because I never thought she would come back to do it. And I think there's obviously other reasons why she wanted to do it. I think making her a badass in this movie really showed another level, like, yeah, this is actually pretty awesome that she actually can hold her ground. And it would kind of make sense after all the stuff she dealt with in 1978. Now, another problem I had was that why isn't Halloween 2 canon? Because everything that happened in Halloween 2, even with Dr. Loomis, would make sense, because Laurie Strode was the one that made it out there alive, and no one else is alive in this movie from that movie. So besides the sheriff, and obviously we'll get that. You'll see him in Halloween Kills, but that's my one thing that I kind of have a problem with this movie too. Why isn't Halloween 2 canon? Because I feel like those two movies, then you go into this one with Laurie Strode, with her being so, like, you know, stressed out and so on and about Michael Myers, it would make sense that the events of Halloween 2 would reflect her in this movie. But that's nevertheless, getting that back into this movie, I do love the way Jamie Lee Curtis played this stern, like stressed out, like overzealous person that is so on it about Michael Myers getting out, wanting to kill him. And and the stress that she put onto her family, her daughter, her granddaughter, and her daughter's family, is pretty good how they depict the way she would be 40 years later after the events of the first movie. I do really like that. Now let me go ahead and get into another negative. One of my main negatives is obviously is written by Danny McBride. He's obviously known for most of his comedy, and that's one thing to me that doesn't really work. There's certain scenes where they just randomly talk about peanut butter and stuff like that, and things like that. Just it kind of seems out of place. And I understand it's probably character development for the characters, but some of that stuff kind of just feels out of place for these type of movies. And I really don't like it. Like, remember when I first saw this movie, and that's the first thing we see. We see Karen and her daughter and her husband, and I guess there's those scenes showing that they're a family, and it just seemed kind of awkward. He talks about peanut butter on his penis. It just seems so like someone that was, oh, this is going to be comedy gold, and it's definitely not comedy gold. So that's one of my major gripes with this movie, is that I don't think the comedy really lands. Now, going into the positives, I think the one thing they really nailed was Michael Myers. I think this is one of him and Kills. I think they really nailed the gruesomeness, the stern, the how crazy Michael Myers is, and I love that they went to the traditional route of him just being the guy, like him just murdering people. Like, I love the opening shot they do, the one take shot of him just going through house to house, just murdering people. It's just freaking awesome. Clearly, I love the showdown between Laurie and Michael. I love that. I think the way they did Michael Myers in this movie, is perfect. He's a nice counterpart to the original Michael Myers in 1970. I think it would make sense he would be this way after being incarcerated for 40 years. Because obviously the idea of him, he was actually caught in 1978. He didn't get away. He was actually caught and he was in jail this entire time. And I do like that they did that. I do like that as well. Another thing I didn't like as well, like I'm going to talk about some spoilers, but there's a scene in this movie that involves another Dr. Loomis character. And what they do with him in this movie was completely left field, and I did not like it, and I still don't like it to this day. It kind of throws the pacing off a little bit, and it just seems, like I said, it just comes out of nowhere, and I do not like that at all. It just you look at that scene, you be like, what? That's what you have to say when you watch it. Like, where did that come from? That's what you say. But yeah. Overall, I do love that John Carpenter came back and did the score for this movie. I think the score is awesome in this movie. I think he also did the score with his son as well, which is awesome. That he got his own, his son to come in and help him with the score. I just love that John Carpenter is back in the franchise, because he was actually, I think he's the executive producer. He actually, was happy with that they was doing this, and you could just feel that at least David Gordon Green does like the Halloween franchise, and he wants to honor the original movie, and it does feel like it's a sequel to the original. It does at least feel that way. I do love the way this is shot. It's shot very well. It looks actually decent on 4K too, actually. Like I said, I do love that it actually feels like a Halloween night. It does feel like this movie takes place on Halloween. I do love some of the side characters. I think the little kid that one of her friends babysit, he is hilarious in this movie. I think the daughter's pretty good. I think she is pretty good in this movie. I think even Karen, I think no, she's not. No. I think Judy Greer is good at certain points. There's a scene where she's literally giving a monologue to her daughter, and it feels very off. Like, she just feels so stoic when she's saying the line. If you guys seen the movie, you guys know exactly which part I'm talking about. But I think she's okay at certain points. I think she, even in Kills, I think she's better in Kills than she is in this movie. But yeah, I think some of the characters are hit or miss. Obviously, the standout is Jamie Lee Curtis and the actors play Michael Myers. They are the standouts in this movie. It's just they nail it. They really do. I think David Gordon Green did a decent job directing this movie. Like I said, certain problems I have with the comedy and some of the script is a little off as well. But overall, I do enjoy this movie as a Halloween movie. It's definitely in my top 5 of the Halloween franchise. Not saying that's very much, but it's definitely up there. I think it's my 3rd favorite Halloween movie behind Halloween 4 and obviously the original Halloween. But like I said, I do really enjoy this movie. I definitely recommend it. If you're just not getting to the franchise, I mean, you could just watch the first one, then go right into this movie. You don't have to worry about watching the other ones. But I would recommend watching the other movie just because they're kind of like, just over the top horror films. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this review, like I said, I do recommend this movie. If you guys enjoyed Halloween 2018, let me know in the comment section below. Is this your favorite Halloween? I would love to know in the comment section below. And like I said, overall, I really do enjoy this movie. I do recommend it. If you guys enjoy videos like this, if you guys enjoy physical media, watch along, trailer reaction reviews, all that type of stuff, you're in the right place. Please hit that like button. Please subscribe for more. And I'm on this one, you guys. Peace out.